Welcome to the wonderful world of international marketing research. I am Thomas Holt, and I'm thrilled to embark on this educational journey with you. Ever since I came to the United States to play tennis in college more than 30 years ago, I've been fascinated by international dynamics. Now I'm a professor in the broad culture of business at Michigan State University and a member of the leadership team of the American Customer Satisfaction Index, ACSI. Briefly, I'm also a member of the expert networks of the World Economic Forum and the United Nations World Investment Forum. And according to Google Scholar, I'm apparently the most cited professor in the world in international marketing, which ties nicely to this course. Over the next several weeks, we will explore 10 topics on international marketing research and delve into the intricate world of more than 40 international companies. With that material, this course is designed to provide you with in-depth knowledge and to enhance your critical thinking and practical skills through engaging assignments and a continuous interactive discussion board that I put together. At any time during or after the course, let me know if I can be helpful. Thank you for being part of our master's program and especially for being part of this course. Let's get started. So to kick it off a bit more rigorously, in this course we will cover essential techniques for data collection and analysis in international marketing research. We will explore both primary and secondary data collection methods, emphasizing necessary adaptations for international contexts. The use of digital tools and mobile technologies for efficient data gathering will be discussed, along with advanced analysis techniques and multi-level analysis. Handling large data sets is crucial, so we'll highlight the importance of filtering data noise to ensure relevance and actionable insights, which are paramount in international marketing research and for companies' decision-making. Next, we'll dig into project management methodologies tailored for international settings, such as Agile, Waterfall, and Scrum, for example. Managing multi-country projects requires coordinating teams across various time zones and addressing logistical challenges. We will emphasize the importance of cultural sensitivity in data interpretation and report tailoring, and ensuring that findings are communicated effectively. Clear and impactful reporting using charts and graphs and so on, along with integrating feedback for continuous improvement, is vital for effective dissemination of findings across global platforms. Lastly, we will review a plethora of organizations involved in international marketing research, including Alibaba, Amazon, Apple, to start alphabetically, some 40 plus companies that I've integrated into the lecture material that will illustrate the material in the international marketing research course. We will cover 10 core topics in international marketing research and some in analytics in this course. The D2L has a short write-up of each topic as an introduction to each session. Take an advanced look at those if you want more details on topics before we discuss them during the term. 10 topics are fundamentals of international marketing research, research design in international context, cultural considerations, legal and ethical issues, sampling methods, data collection methods, utilizing technology in international marketing research, data analysis and interpretation, managing research projects across borders, and then reporting utilizing research findings from international marketing research. My goal is that these topics collectively will create a toolkit for your international marketing research projects in the future. And as a general structure for each session, I've included some video clips that I did, some single panel comics from our friend Shep Hyken, and then articles to connect with the content, mainly from Harvard Business Review and California Management Review. Well, you haven't seen me yet on the screen, so it's time for that. As a setup for this clip, companies can reap financial value from crossing country borders, in many cases, multiple border crossings. This video clip that I taped presents a compelling case for international trade across country borders. So let's take a look.
To no one's surprise, it is much easier today to cross country borders with raw materials, work in process, and finished goods than it was half a century ago. This also means that portions of what is being produced are crossing country borders multiple times, potentially dozens of times before final assembly into finished products. The bottom line is that we reap financial value from these multiple border crossings by drawing on countries and companies' uniqueness and global capabilities. Take automobiles as an example. The average automobile often includes some 30,000 parts from thousands of suppliers. And manufacturing plants that produce more than one car model often use tens of thousands of suppliers from all around the world. We have 2 General Motors plants in Lansing, Michigan, where I live, and they have more than 50,000 suppliers serving those manufacturing plants. Lowering barriers to border transactions and specialization in production, especially producing parts for these automobiles, are 2 of the primary financially related reasons for global efficiencies. We have come to rely on these increased global efficiencies to be financially rewarding while maintaining and often increasing product quality. As a result, we live in a better world with improved standards of living and several emerging markets advancing to become high-income nations.
Well, trade has grown 9.3% on average per year since 1960, to follow up on the international trade clip that I just had you take a look at. So trade has grown 9.3% on average. Production, on the other hand, has grown 7.2% on average per year in the same time frame since 1960. So trade across country borders has grown 2.1 percentage points more in relative terms than production. But it's also obvious that the ratio in favor of trade is growing at a steeper rate in recent years, and markedly so since the turn of the century in 2000. Some of the dips in the chart that you see on the screen are first the Great Recession in 2008-2009. We also had a slowdown in China, a recession in Brazil, falling oil prices, and exchange rate volatility that affected the world economy in 2015 and 2016. Now, the Russia, Ukraine, and Israel-Palestine conflicts are not fully known yet in macroeconomics, so we don't see much impact on those on the chart yet. They do affect the world, but not like the Great Recession or perhaps COVID in 2019-2020. International marketing research is a systematic process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data related to global markets. This research helps businesses understand consumer behavior, market trends, and competitive landscapes across different countries. By leveraging various research methods, companies can gather valuable insights that inform strategic decisions, enabling them to adapt their products, services, and marketing strategies to meet the needs of diverse international markets. Conducting international marketing research is crucial for businesses seeking to expand into new markets. It helps identify potential opportunities and assess market viability, ensuring informed decisions about market entry strategies. By understanding local consumer preferences, cultural nuances, and economic conditions, companies can tailor their offerings to resonate with target audiences, thereby increasing the likelihood of successful market penetration and sustained growth in the global marketplace. International marketing research also plays a vital role in risk mitigation and enhancing competitiveness. By evaluating potential risks such as regulatory challenges, political instability, and market saturation, businesses can develop contingency plans and strategic responses. Additionally, understanding the competitive landscape allows companies to identify the strengths and weaknesses of existing players, capitalize on market gaps, and differentiate their offerings, ultimately enhancing their competitiveness in the global arena. As an example, Procter & Gamble, or P&G, successfully applied international marketing research to expand its Pampers brand worldwide. By conducting extensive market research in over 100 countries, P&G identified regional differences in diaper usage and preferences. The company adapted its product designs, or marketing strategies accordingly, leading to a significant increase in global market share and customer satisfaction. In this figure, we illustrate the interconnected aspects of international marketing research, highlighting how consumer research feeds into market segmentation and product adaptations. The purpose of international marketing research is multifaceted. It aims to provide a deep understanding of cultural, economic, and political landscapes of various international markets. By identifying trends and opportunities, businesses can spot new products or market entry possibilities. Risk assessment is crucial for evaluating and mitigating risks associated with entering new international markets. And performance monitoring helps track and measure the success of existing products and marketing strategies across different regions. The scope of international marketing research is extensive. Geographical coverage involves research spanning multiple countries or regions, each presenting unique challenges and opportunities. Cultural diversity is studied to understand diverse consumer behaviors, preferences, and responses influenced by cultural factors. And product adaptations are necessary to meet local taste or regulatory requirements oftentimes. Competitive analysis involves studying local and international competitors to understand their strategies, strengths, and weaknesses. Research domains in international marketing then include consumer research, which gathers data on preferences, buying habits, and brand perceptions. Market segmentation identifies and analyzes different market segments within a region. Distribution channels are studied for their effectiveness and efficiency, while pricing strategies evaluate pricing models and their impact on consumer buying behavior in different markets. Understanding the differences between international and domestic marketing research is crucial for businesses operating globally. While both types of research aim to gather actionable insights to improve decision-making in marketing strategies, there are differences and similarities to consider. Domestic marketing research is limited to a single country, whereas international marketing research spans multiple countries or regions, each with unique challenges and opportunities. International research must account for cultural diversity, which affects survey design, product preferences, and overall consumer behavior. In contrast, domestic research deals with a more homogeneous culture, even in countries with large subcultures. The complexity and scale of international research are significantly higher, involving logistics, multiple languages, and diverse regulatory environments. Consequently, international research generally requires a higher budget compared to domestic research. Despite these differences, international and domestic marketing research share core objectives and methodologies. Both types of research use fundamental methodologies like surveys, focus groups, and observational studies. Techniques for analyzing data and interpreting results are also similar, although, as we will find out later in a session, international research may require additional layers of analysis due to cultural differences. International marketing research faces unique challenges such as managing research activities across time zones and geographic locations, navigating varying legal standards and ethical practices, and ensuring data comparability across different cultural contexts. In summary, while international marketing research shares fundamental aspects with domestic research, it demands additional expertise, sensitivity, and resources to execute effectively. There are multifaceted challenges when conducting international marketing research. At the basic level, here we talk about 6 core challenges and provide foundational knowledge on how to approach these issues effectively. Recognizing and understanding these challenges is crucial for effective international marketing research. First, cultural differences present significant challenges in grasping and accurately interpreting cultural nuances that affect consumer behavior and responses. Research methodologies must be tailored to fit diverse cultural contexts without losing consistency in data collection. Culture would actually permeate a lot of the sessions that we're going to do, so stay tuned for more on culture. Language barriers pose difficulties in translating surveys and research materials without altering the meaning or sentiment of questions. Additionally, interpreting responses can be challenging when influenced by local expressions or nuances. Logistical complexities arise from coordinating research across various time zones and geographic locations. Researchers must also navigate differing regulations regarding data privacy, marketing, and consumer rights across countries. Economic disparities require understanding and adapting to the varying stages of economic development and market maturity in different regions. Differences in purchasing power and economic conditions must be accounted for as they affect consumer behavior and market potential. Political instability can impact research by affecting market conditions, consumer confidence, and the feasibility of conducting research in certain regions. Technological gaps also present challenges as variations in access to technology can impact data collection methods, particularly in less developed regions. Planning, flexibility, and local insights are essential for successfully overcoming the challenges of international marketing research. So by understanding and addressing these complexities, researchers can ensure more accurate and effective outcomes. With the backdrop of Nairobi, Kenya, let's talk about the vast research opportunities in global markets. International marketing research can open doors to new opportunities by providing insights into global market dynamics. First, market expansion involves identifying growth markets. Leveraging research helps pinpoint emerging markets with high growth potential, for example. Understanding local needs is crucial, as research plays a key role in adapting products and services to meet the specific needs and preferences of local consumers. Next, innovation and product development are driven by international insights. These insights lead to innovative products, features, and services tailored to diverse consumer bases. Cross-market learnings are vital, utilizing successful strategies from one market to innovate in other markets. Understanding global consumer trends is another critical area. Identifying and analyzing these trends can influence broader marketing strategies. Research also enables fine market segmentation and targeting based on detailed consumer insights. Competitive advantage can be gained through benchmarking competitors. Understanding the competitive landscape across different regions helps strategically position one's business. Additionally, being the first to enter a market or adopt new strategies known as first mover advantage can provide significant benefits based on research findings. Risk mitigation is essential, and research aids in predicting market changes and reducing uncertainty. Detailed market analysis allows businesses to prepare and adapt strategically, minimizing risks associated with international expansion. Lastly, sustainability and corporate social responsibility, or CSR, are increasingly important. Research helps businesses understand and integrate sustainable practices that appeal to global consumers. Identifying CSR initiatives that resonate with international audiences could enhance brand reputation. In summary on this one, international marketing research plays a critical role in uncovering and exploiting global opportunities to drive business growth and innovation. Understanding and applying basic principles is essential for achieving credible, actionable, and respectful insights in international marketing research. Adhering to these principles is crucial for the validity and success of research conducted in diverse international settings. A systematic approach is fundamental. Emphasizing the importance of structured framework ensures consistency and reliability in research design and execution. Maintaining methodological rigor across different cultural and geographical contexts is essential for producing reliable results. Cultural sensitivity is another critical principle. Researchers need deep cultural understanding and respect when formulating research questions and interpreting data. Adapting research tools and methods to be culturally sensitive without compromising data integrity is vital for accurate and respectful insights. Ethical standards must guide all stages of research, from data collection to reporting. Complying with international and local ethical standards and regulations ensures that the research is conducted responsibly and ethically. Ensuring data quality involves strategies to maintain the accuracy and reliability of data collected from diverse international markets. Verification methods such as triangulation and back translation help verify data and translations across different languages. Objectivity is of course crucial to minimize biases. Researchers must frame questions neutrally to avoid leading or biasing respondents. Ensuring methodologies allow for cross-market comparability and measurement equivalence, and most importantly, perhaps, in different cultural contexts is essential. Leveraging modern technology enhances research efficiency, reach, and analysis capabilities. However, researchers must acknowledge the limitations and challenges posed by technology in diverse environments. We'll get into that a lot more later on. In summary, understanding and applying these basic principles is fundamental to achieving credible, actionable, and respectful insights in international marketing research. For about 2 decades, I've been involved with the American Customer Satisfaction Index, ACSI again. I'm currently on ACSI's executive leadership team and serve as a board member. The consulting branch of the company is called CFI Group, and we have offices around the world. We measure customer satisfaction and CX metrics in several dozen countries. The largest offices are in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Stockholm, Sweden. Now, a little bit about the work at ACSI. We measure customer satisfaction, like I said, but also myriad other CS constructs as customers see them every day. The basic implication from the graph is that a company can achieve high returns at a low risk, which is very unusual as a combination, by driving satisfaction upwards, which causes customer retention and loyalty to also go up. For a few years, we have worked with a keynote consultant by the name of Shep Hyken. His team regularly creates these CX cartoons. I've sprinkled cartoons, or single panel comics as they're also called, throughout the asynchronous lectures where they fit and succinctly tell a story. This one tells a very direct story. There's a difference between what a customer wants and what a customer needs. Our job in international marketing research is to better understand both the needs and wants of customers and find an optimal solution. Finding that optimal solution from the vantage point of international marketing research takes high quality data, where noise in the data is reduced and the relevance is pronounced, and of course sophisticated analytical techniques. Since I mentioned ACSI, I figured we could take a look at a brief clip of the ACSI founder, Klaus Fornell, and his take on analytics, in this case, structural equation modeling.
We use something called latent variable structural modeling. Now it sounds complicated, and actually it's pretty complicated, but what that means is that you can't just ask one question for everything that you try to measure. And for the satisfaction variable, we actually have 3 similar questions, and they're asked by all respondents. We take those, we calibrate them against loyalty, and by doing that in a whole system of equations, we can actually sort out what's the error in that. And therefore we end up with a very pure measure of just about everything, but for customer satisfaction it's particularly important.
All relationships in the so-called ACSI model are tested simultaneously using partial least square structural equation modeling, or we shorten it to PLS. The focus is on removing noise in the data and maximizing the link between customer satisfaction and customer loyalty, and especially customer retention within loyalty. All constructs are so-called latent factors composed of multiple reflective scale items, factor loadings for each. The model was established in 1994 and has been scholarly tested in more than 16,000 peer-reviewed articles, according to Google Scholar. We'll dig in a little bit deeper as we go through the sessions, but I figured I would introduce it in conjunction with you seeing Klaus Fornell on the previous clip. The ACSI model has become one important way around the world to examine customer sentiments. Let's take a look at 8 broader foundational frameworks that international marketing researchers use worldwide. These frameworks can guide us in terms of planning and conducting effective international marketing research, with each framework emphasizing various forms of applied understanding and how to navigate global markets. Frameworks provide structured insights that enhance the effectiveness, I think, of international marketing research and strategy formulation. The first one that I want to highlight is obvious. Hofstede's cultural dimensions. Gert Hofstede and his cultural dimensions, the framework that he created for understanding cultural differences across various countries, have been around forever and is tremendously valuable. Today it consists of 6 dimensions. He started with 4, but today it consists of 6 dimensions. The first 4 that I'm going to talk about and that you see on the chart are the ones that he had for several decades, and then added 2 more. Power distance, degree of inequality that is accepted in the culture, individualism versus collectivism, or we talk about the preference for loosely knit or tightly knit social framework, masculinity versus femininity, we talk about a preference for achievement and material success versus cooperation and quality of life. Uncertainty avoidance, we talk about a tolerance for ambiguity. Long-term versus short-term orientation, now we focus on future rewards versus present benefits. And indulgence versus restraint, extent of freedom to fulfill human desires. Michael Porter's 5 forces is also a very powerful framework for analyzing competitive forces within an industry, almost legendary at this particular point in time, like Hofstede's. This model helps businesses understand the dynamics of their industry and develop strategies to improve their market position. The first force is the threat of new entrants, which examines the ease with which new competitors can enter the market. High entry barriers such as significant capital requirements or strong brand loyalty can protect existing companies from new competitors. However, if entry barriers are low, the threat of new entrants increases, of course, intensifying competition. Second force is the bargaining power of buyers. This force considers the power customers have to influence prices and quality. When buyers have many alternatives or purchase in large quantities, volumes, their bargaining power increases, putting pressure on companies to offer better terms or improved products. Third force is the bargaining power of suppliers, which reflects the control suppliers have over the prices and supply of goods. When there are few suppliers or unique resources, suppliers can exert significant power, affecting the profitability and operational efficiency of companies within the industry. The fourth force is the threat of substitute products or services. This force assesses the likelihood of customers finding alternative solutions to meet their needs. The presence of substitutes can limit industry growth and profitability by providing customers with more choices and driving down prices. The final one is industry rivalry, which measures the intensity of competition among existing competitors. High rivalry can result from factors such as numerous competitors being in the industry, slow industry growth, or lack of differentiation. Intense rivalry can lead to price wars, increasing marketing costs, and pressure on profit margins. Porters and Hofstadters go together very nicely, and we can tie some of that back to the environment when we talk about Pestler. Pestler doesn't have a name to it like Hofstadter and Porter, but nevertheless is a very valuable framework. The Pestler framework is a vital tool for analyzing and monitoring external factors that influence a company and its industry environment. Pestler is an acronym that stands for political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal factors. That was a mouthful. Starting with political factors, the framework examines government policies, leadership changes, foreign trade policies, internal political issues and trends, tax policy and regulation, and deregulation trends. These elements significantly impact the operational environment and strategic decisions that a business can make in the international marketplace. Next, economic factors are considered, which affect how an organization does business and its profitability. These include, for example, economic growth rates, exchange rates, inflation rates, and other economic indicators that influence market conditions and business performance. Social factors, the third one, analyze the shared beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors of the population. This includes demographic trends, cultural norms, lifestyle changes that affect consumer behavior and demand for products and services. Technological factors, the fourth one, look at how the technological landscape is evolving and its impact on marketing. This includes tech advancements, innovation rates, and the adoption of new technologies that can create opportunities or pose challenges for businesses. Environmental factors have become increasingly important due to the growing scarcity of raw materials and heightened awareness of environmental sustainability. This includes ecological, environmental aspects such as climate change, environmental regulations, and corporate social responsibility. The world seems to go in that particular direction with the Sustainable Development Goals from the United Nations and so on. Finally, legal factors include the legal environment in which a company operates. This includes laws and regulations, of course, related to, for example, employment, health and safety, consumer rights, and industry-specific regulations as well. Now, the Pestler analysis, I think, is crucial for identifying threats and weaknesses, which can then be incorporated into a SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat, and combined with Porter's 5 forces, it can develop a very robust strategic plan for the company. Israeli sociologist Shalom Schwartz's theory of cultural values is based on 3 fundamental questions that societies face when regulating human activity. First, how should people find meaning in life? This question explores the cultural values that guide individuals in seeking purpose and fulfillment. Second, how should people avoid the deterioration of the social fabric? This addresses the norms and practices that maintain social cohesion and community integrity. Lastly, to what degree should people modify or adapt to the natural world to fit their needs? This examines the balance between human activity and environmental sustainability, and that may be a framework that in some cases, some industries would work really well as a setup for international marketing research. Perhaps the others would work better that I've mentioned already. Moving on though to closer to my home. Uppsala, Sweden is where I was born, and the Uppsala model has been run since 1977. The Uppsala model of internationalization is a theory that explains how companies increase their investments and activities in foreign markets. The model was developed in 1977, like I said, by Swedish researchers Jan Johansson and Jan-Erik Wallne from Uppsala University. Thus the name. The model is based on the idea that companies prefer to enter new markets by moving through stages, starting with markets that are close to their home country and gradually moving into more distant markets. The process is based on the idea that psychic distance, or the difference between home and host countries, is a driving force behind the company's internationalization path. Psychic distance can be affected by factors such as language, business practices, cultural difference, and market knowledge. And we're going to tackle all of those as we go along. Coincidentally, this paper that they published, Jan Johansson and Jan-Erik Wallne, in 1977 in the Journal of International Business Studies is to this day the most cited research article in Journal of International Business Studies ever, which is a fantastic accolade. The integration responsiveness IR framework is a way to describe how companies that operate globally balance the need to be responsive to local demand while also taking advantage of the advantages of being present in many markets. many countries. The framework was developed by C.K. Prahlad at the University of Michigan and Yves Dose at INSEAD in France in 1987 and has been used extensively in international business literature to represent the diverse and often conflicting environmental pressures confronting firms as they expand worldwide. The 5 global strategy levers that come into play now, we're getting really close to home because this one and the next one are frameworks that I'm a part of. So let's see what you think. The 5 global strategy levers that were identified by George Hipp and myself in our Total Global Strategy book, you do have that as an optional reading. The book, that is, you have it as an optional reading for the course. So check it out on D2L if you find it interesting. Understanding these 5 global strategy levers, we think, is essential for businesses navigating the complexities of the global market. The levers include market participation, product or service offering, location of value-added activities, the marketing approach, and making globally competitive moves. First, market participation involves decisions about which global markets to enter or exit. This lever requires careful analysis of market potential, competitive landscape, and entry barriers to make informed decisions that are aligned with the company's strategic goals. Second, the product offering or service focuses on whether to standardize or customize products for different markets. Companies must balance the efficiencies gained from standardization with the need to meet local consumer preferences and regulatory requirements through customization. Next one, the location of value-added activities determines where to perform different business activities globally. This includes decisions on manufacturing, R&D, and distribution centers based on factors like cost, talent availability, and proximity to key markets. The marketing one is a catch-all because the other ones are a little bit marketing also on these levers, but the marketing approach addresses whether to standardize or adapt marketing strategies more broadly. This lever involves tailoring marketing messages and campaigns to resonate with local cultures and consumer behaviors while maintaining a coherent global brand image. And finally, the 5th one is competitive moves, which involves coordinating competitive strategies across different countries to leverage global strengths and respond to competitors. This includes actions like pricing strategies, partnerships, and innovation efforts that are harmonized across markets to create a unified and effective competitive stance. And George Hipp and I think that understanding and effectively utilizing these 5 global strategy levers can help businesses navigate the challenges of globalization, optimize their international operations, and achieve sustainable growth in the global marketplace. Which brings us to the other one that I'm a part of as well as a framework. This one is a little bit more focused on supply chains, of course. Highly related in my book to marketing strategy making is supply chain management. Here I would like to introduce our global supply chain framework then, which can be effectively used in international marketing research to understand the complete value chain made up of marketing and supply chain operations if you dig deeper into the book. I'm going to take a little snapshot at 4 functions in supply chain, but if you take a deeper dive into the book, we can go value chain here as well. And the framework along with our book is utilized in our global supply chain executive training, as well as master courses at Michigan State University, and you do have this one as well. Now, first, logistics involves managing the efficient flow of goods and services across international borders. Global logistics, that is, ensuring timely delivery, we hope. This function is essential for maintaining smooth operations and meeting customer expectations in different markets. Logistics in a nutshell is about transportation and inventory management. Second, purchasing or sourcing focuses on procuring raw materials, components, and services globally. The emphasis is on cost efficiency and supply reliability, which are critical for maintaining competitive advantage and ensuring the quality and availability of inputs needed for production. And then third, operations or operations management oversee production and manufacturing processes in different countries. The goal is to optimize efficiency and quality, ensuring that products meet the required standards and are produced cost efficiently to provide value at the end of the value chain. Market or marketing channels are responsible for distributing and selling products globally. This function involves adapting strategies to local market conditions while maintaining brand consistency. Effective management of marketing channels ensures that products reach the target customers efficiently and are marketed appropriately in diverse regions. And we think that by understanding and applying these 4 global supply chain functions along with all the other different things that relate to value chains in the book, businesses can enhance their international marketing strategies improve operational efficiency again, and hopefully achieve better alignment between supply chain management and marketing efforts. Having adopted one or more of the 8 frameworks for our international marketing research project, we then go through the IMR process step by step. IMR, or International Marketing Research, again, I'll probably start using IMR more for short, involves the same stages in this case as regular marketing research, but with nuances specific to international contexts. This slide provides a comprehensive look at the steps involved in conducting international marketing research, from the initial problem definition to the application of research findings, ensuring that participants understand the systematic nature of effective research practices. There are lots of participants, lots of team members when we talk about IMR. The first stage is defining the research problem and objectives. This involves clarifying the needs by defining the research problem tailored to different international contexts. Setting objectives is crucial, of course, as they guide the focus of the research. We don't have to collect everything about everybody if we have clear objectives, including information gathering, but also then analysis. Second stage is assigning the research. This includes selecting the appropriate methodology, qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods, based on the research objectives and cultural considerations. Instrument development involves designing surveys, interview guides, and other tools that may be needed, considering cultural sensitivities and languages, of course. Third stage is data collection planning. This involves creating representative samples across, or setting up to get representative samples across diverse populations and addressing logistical challenges such as timing, local partnerships, and technology use. The fourth stage is fieldwork, which includes implementing the data collection process itself, training field teams, and managing fieldwork across multiple locations, whatever locations we're going after. Quality control typically needs to be ensured through close monitoring and real-time problem solving. Fifth stage is data analysis and interpretation. This involves techniques for handling and preparing data for analysis, including dealing with missing or inconsistent data. Analysis techniques involve using potentially both statistical and qualitative tools to interpret the data while considering cultural nuances. Sixth stage is the reporting and presentation of findings. This includes developing hopefully insightful reports, stalled there a little bit on myself, that cater to the needs of stakeholders from various cultures and presenting findings effectively to ensure clarity and impact across different cultural audiences. And then the final stage, if we go with this approach for the stages, the final stage is decision making and implementation, utilizing research findings to make informed strategic decisions in international markets, and developing action plans based on research insights to tackle market entry or expansion is crucial, of course, for success. The interesting part is that companies that follow a structured approach to international marketing research generally make more revenue as a result than those that do not. Marketing research could be a very intangible way of doing things, but if we have a very structured process to what we're trying to achieve, apparently we do much better in doing so. And that's symbolized just for fun on this chart by the dollar euro and yen signs in the top right corner after step 7. Now we get to a single panel comic again. So while the international marketing research process steps are similar to the regular marketing research process steps, the activities are often different, and most importantly, the dynamics of the international marketplace and what we now have is 195 countries and 62 territories, along with the international customers' needs, wants, and uniqueness are constantly changing. We have a setup for a lot of different dynamics that go on, and this Shep Hyken comic speaks to that phenomenon, which is kind of interesting to me. Routine maintenance and fine-tuning your customer service and CX ensures your business runs smoothly, and I think that ties us in pretty nicely what we talked about for the last few slides. Now, key considerations in international research are plentiful, but the key considerations in international research that we need to look at are truly vital for success. A comprehensive, considerate, and flexible approach that respects cultural differences, adheres to legal standards, and effectively uses technology when possible, frankly, to overcome challenges is crucial. First, cultural sensitivity is paramount. Researchers must understand and respect cultural differences in all stages of the research, from question design to data interpretation. Adapting research methods to fit cultural norms without compromising data integrity is essential for obtaining accurate and meaningful insights. And as you will find as we go through the next several weeks of hanging out together, you're going to find that culture will also be embedded into a lot of the other sessions, as will ethics and a few other topics. And going to that, legal and ethical compliance is another consideration then. Navigating diverse legal systems requires understanding and complying with the legal requirements in each country regarding data protection, privacy laws, and marketing practices. Privacy laws are frankly all over the map internationally, so we need to pay attention. Upholding high ethical standards ensures fairness, confidentiality, and respect for all participants. Language and communication present significant challenges. Overcoming language barriers involving strategies for dealing with multiple languages in research, including translation and localization of research materials, are interesting topics, especially since you got a Swedish professor with the accent in the background. As good as it gets. I've been here for a few years in the United States now, so this is my accent. Anyway, moving on to technological integration, that can be very valuable. Using appropriate technology tailored to the capabilities and accessibility in each region, from advanced online platforms to mobile data collection, enhances research efficiency most of the time. Strategies for overcoming disparities in technological infrastructure and internet access are, of course, essential for consistent data collection. Ensuring data quality and consistency are big time things that we deal with at ACSI. One of the most crucial aspects also of international marketing research, of course. Methods for ensuring that data collection and analysis are reliable and valid across different contexts while maintaining consistency in data gathering and reporting are necessary as usual for credible results. Scalability and flexibility in research design allow projects to be scaled up or adapted as needed based on initial findings or changing market conditions, and being flexible and responsive to unexpected challenges or opportunities that arise during the research is important, of course, also for success. And lastly, and we'll talk more about this in another session too, but lastly, stakeholder engagement is vital. Involving local stakeholders, partners, and experts enhances the credibility and provides deeper insights into the research. Managing the expectations of both local and international stakeholders throughout the project is crucial for maintaining trust and collaboration. And where we started at the top of this storyline that I'm creating on this slide, let's end with that as well. So in summary, a comprehensive, considerate, and flexible approach to international research that respects cultural differences, adheres to legal standards, and effectively uses technology is essential for overcoming challenges and achieving successful outcomes in terms of international marketing research. We started this session with P&G from the United States. Let's continue with Procter & Gamble and also add IKEA from my home country of Sweden. This way I'll capture companies from my dual citizenship early on. We're going to get back to IKEA, and P&G will be embedded in several of the other sessions as well. I'm drawn, of course, on companies that I know well, and let's start with these two. This way I will capture companies that really are entrenched in my dual citizenship. So since I said the culture is going to be entrenched in what we do, that's a way to do that as well. But over the session, just as a reminder, we will cover all continents with more than 40 companies. Well, all continents except for, of course, Antarctica. And perhaps a little bit of a tidbit and trivia is warranted at this stage. On average, the population in Antarctica varies significantly between summer and winter sessions, as we might expect. During the summer, the population can swell to around 5,000 people, consisting mainly of researchers and support staff from various countries conducting scientific work. In the winter, on the other hand, this number drops to around 1,000 as the harsh weather conditions make it challenging for most, frankly, to stay on the continent. Now, okay, back to the material. Trivia aside, back to the material. P&G and IKEA and regarding their research approaches, adaptations, and outcomes. So building on the earlier discussion of P&G, and I'm going to reiterate a little bit, let's dig into some more detail before introducing the IKEA as another example. So back to reiterate and add on to the example I kicked off at the early stage of this session. Procter & Gamble's global expansion of the Pampers brand showcased successful decision-making based on international marketing research. P&G conducted extensive research in over 100 countries. Remember, there are only 195 out there. To understand regional diaper usage and preferences, they adapted product designs to meet local needs, such as developing thinner diapers for hot climates and high absorbency versions for colder regions. This resulted in increased market share and customer satisfaction worldwide. P&G's research revealed that parents in Asia and Africa, for example, preferred thinner, more breathable diapers due to the hot climate, while European and North American parents prioritized high absorbency for overnight use. By tailoring their products based on these insights, Pampers became a trusted brand globally, and as a result, P&G saw significant growth in its international market share, setting a benchmark for other companies aiming for global expansion. I remember that Pampers diapers took over about half of the Swedish market in short order when first introduced in the country, which is an incredible feat. Let's go a bit more on the Swedish side and focus on IKEA, the largest furniture manufacturer in the world. IKEA's international success is attributed to its effective use of marketing research. IKEA typically conducts extensive market research to understand cultural differences in home furnishings, or home furnish preferences, I should say, and shopping behaviors. This research informs the product design, store layouts, and marketing strategies, although in fairness, for the most part, their store layout is the same, and frankly, in a cumbersome, can't find my way around most of the time. Those of you who have been to an IKEA store know what I'm talking about, I think. In China, so take the Swedish company IKEA and take us all the way to China. China, IKEA's research indicated a preference for smaller furniture due to limited living space. They introduced space-saving solutions and actually did redesign store layouts to some degree to reflect local shopping habits. Additionally, IKEA adapted its marketing campaigns to resonate with Chinese consumers, emphasizing family values and home organization. IKEA's ability to tailor its offerings based on detailed market research led to a strong market presence in China and other countries. The positive response here, consumer response I should say, and increased sales volume demonstrate the effectiveness of culturally informed products and marketing strategies, reinforcing IKEA's position as a leading global retailer. As a dual citizen of Sweden and the United States, that I mentioned a few times now, I'm very mindful of the boundaries of the 195 countries, 62 territories that the world currently, frankly, is divided into. And this clip that I put together, another chance for you to see me on the screen as well, this clip that I put together is really a tongue-in-cheek overview of that related to the Americas. So let's take a look.
Having lived in the United States off and on since 1987, and then becoming a US citizen in 2004 after Sweden allowed dual citizenship starting in 2001, I've become entrenched in the American culture and way of life. I'm really happy to live in the United States. It's a great country with great opportunities, but it's not America. America consists of 35 countries and 26 territories. The United States is the largest of these 61 entities with more than 325 million people, followed by Brazil with about 208 million people, Mexico with about 128 million people. Then the population drops below 50 million people for all other countries and territories. Colombia, Argentina, Canada, Peru, Venezuela, Chile, Ecuador are all in the top 10 most populous countries in America as well. These countries make up about 90% of the population of about 1 billion people in the Americas.
Finally, for this session, we're coming to the end of the first session. We also come to the assignment. Essay assignments are part of sessions 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 for this course, while quizzes take place after sessions 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Each quiz covers 2 sessions and the related articles. And the essay assignment always ties the lecture together with an article, in this case one that we did for the Harvard Business Review. As a setup, despite all the efforts poured into CX tools, customer satisfaction is about the same as it was 15 years ago, the level of customer satisfaction that is. And that was before CX was implemented by many companies, according to the ACSI and other outfits that track customer satisfaction. That begs the question, what's going wrong and how can we fix it? Or is something even going wrong? Either way, the answer is to create a compelling customer experience. Customers no longer compare a company to its competitors. They compare companies to the best companies, brands, products, and services across industries, not just within industries. In the article, we talk about 10 ways to boost customer satisfaction based on our work at ACSI and the consulting branch of ACSI, as I mentioned, the CFI group. So there are 10 ways that we can do this, and you can take a look at any of them. Some will be applicable, some may not for the exercise. First one is define customer satisfaction as a strategic asset. which we discuss briefly in the article to be the most important for companies to adopt. Understand what your customers expect is next, and does quality performance matter? Is value all about price? Is satisfaction guaranteed? Well, of course not, but check out the story on that. Learn to love your complaining customers. Sounds a little weird, but check out the story on that as well. Stick around for a while and drive customer loyalty. Satisfied customers drive financial performance. Fix company customer disconnects, and there's some huge ones, and you can read about those also. Global opportunities for customer centricity and satisfaction is a given that we're in this type of a course, and frankly, I'm the teacher. So global opportunities are important to me. The assignment is loosely titled Improving International Customer Satisfaction, and the prompt is to select an international company, not from the United States or not headquartered in the United States, I should say, that can connect with the topics in the HBR article on the 10 ways to boost customer satisfaction. In about 500 words, that's a loosely targeted goal. It could be more or it could be fewer. Analyze the company's current international customer satisfaction strategies, discuss how they align with the article's recommendations, and then suggest 3 or so improvements that the company can make using a combination of the lecture material that we just went through and the HBR article that I introduced briefly just now for each of those recommendations. Ensure your analysis includes some company-specific examples and some data. That wraps up this asynchronous session in international marketing research. Let me know at any time how I can be helpful, now during the term or any time in the future. Have fun with international customer satisfaction assignment. Thank you.